What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Man, I'm back. I know this is supposed to be story time. It's supposed to be story time, but now y'all check this out, though. I had a request from a loyal Foundation member named Angela. Angela, you out there, I know you're going to see this, because I told you I was going to make this video tonight. And she asked me about certain things and certain topics that are near and dear to my heart, and it was about, how dudes assimilate themselves back into society when they come home from doing a long bid. You know what I'm saying? And some people can assimilate good. Some people know how to fall right back into the flow of things, but then some people don't. Now, in a better way to say it, and the only way to say it, it all depends on the mental stability of the person. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the game Coon Can, and we used to always say some can, some can't. There's no blanket, how to say it, there's nothing that can just cover every person. Everybody's different. That's why we got different fingerprints, because everybody's different. You got a lot of brothers, man, that do a lot of time and they come back to society, and lo and behold, it's hard for some. It depends a lot on what they went through while they were in prison. What they went through while they was in prison, man. Some people's prison stay was so traumatizing to them that they just get messed up here, and some bounce back and some don't. And it all be because of what they went through while they were in prison. Now you got some that do so much time that they become what they call institutionalized. Everything becomes a regimented program to them, and they do it so long, they know when they finna get up. They know when they finna go to sleep. They know when they finna eat. They know when they finna shower. They know when the yard time is. They know each and every hour of the day. They know what's coming, And so, and they become accustomed to that after so many years of doing it. It's like a routine, a regimented routine. And then here it is now, after so many years, the system just thrust them brothers back out to society, and they want them to function. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie, if you ever seen it, called The Shawshank Redemption. You know what I'm saying? As a dude, he did so much time, he didn't know how to function out there in the streets. He came back. He like, man, no. You had some that just not gonna come home, period. Soon as they date come around, they gonna do something stupid to make sure they stay in there, because they knowing, they scared. They scared, man. A lot of people done lost all their family. They don't have nothing else to go home to. And so they say, man, why even go out there, man? I've been in here so long doing this. I might as well just stay in here and continue to do what I'm doing, because I know this. Out there in them streets, in that free world, in society, that's an unknown factor. I don't know how to do what they doing out there. I don't know how to cope with that. I know how to survive in here. I know how to get along in here. I know what to do. Sometimes it be, I'm somebody in here. Whereas if they go to them streets, in their mind, they gonna feel they so out of touch with reality that they automatically become a nobody. And not all of them can cope with that, homie. Not all of them can deal with that. You got a lot that come home and they bring prison with them. You know what I'm saying? To the point to where they family be sitting around tripping like, man, what? You know what I'm saying? It's hard on the family. You know what I'm saying? Because here it is, you got a dude that's so institutionalized. Some of the stuff he doing, you be looking like, what? What? You know what I'm saying? Right to this very day, I've been out for many years now. And right to this very day, I could be talking to my wife and I'll still say, I'm finna go in a cell. She'd be like, baby, you're not in jail no more. It's not a cell. I'm like, oh, my bad. You know what I mean? The bedroom, Sometimes I get in the shower with my drawers on still. Sometimes I try to get in the shower with my shower shoes on still, one of the things my wife put up with, and she put up with it on an everyday basis. Sometimes it get on her nerves, but she's coping with it, and I take my hat off to her. I'm so used to being locked down and locked in a closed off area that I want to keep all the windows shut, all the doors locked. You know what I'm saying? All the curtains closed. I don't want the curtains open. I'm tripping. I'm thinking somebody can see in here. I'm thinking somebody trying to see in here. All the doors gotta be locked. I'm thinking somebody trying to run up in here. You know what I'm saying? And that's some holdover stuff from being used to being locked away in prison. And I still do that right today. And it gets on her nerves. But she a trooper, man. She a superwoman. I take my hat off to my wife because she puts up with it, you know? Even like sometime when I put the dog up, I'm like, all right, your day room time over with, dog. You finna go back in your cell. She be like, baby, I'll be like, you're right. You know? A lot of stuff, man. What kind of other stuff? Where my cosmetics gotta be in a certain place. You know? Cosmetics gotta be in a certain place. If stuff get moved a certain type way, I'ma notice it been moved. Cause I was what you call oh man, I forgot what you call it, but I got so used to my cell in prison looking a certain type way and being a certain type way that what I'm saying, I'm trying to shake that on the streets, lining all my deodorants up, lining my toothpastes up, you know what I'm saying. Bed gotta be made tight, all of those crazy stuff. But now for people that got family members that's dealing with that, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. That's the key. You have to be patient because that's something that just doesn't go away overnight. You can't take, 15, 20, 30, 40 years of doing something every day and expect for a person because they go to another environment to just shake that, to get rid of that, No, it don't happen like that. So you got to be patient. You got to work with them. If you get frustrated with them, all you going to do is make them go in a shell. All you going to do is make them not trust you and make them not want to be around you because they know they tripping in their mind, but they just can't shake it that easy. So you got to let the process work itself out, You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You got people that, did all that time in prison and they don't like being around crowds. Too many people, too much movement. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those things that comes from what did you go through while you were in prison? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times that come from riots, riots with other races, seeing your partners get stabbed, because, so many people around, then all of a sudden, bang, a stabbing go down. You know what I'm saying? And so you become paranoid. You become what they call an introvert. You don't like people too much. You don't want no whole bunch of movements. You don't want no fast stuff going on. It's PTSD. Post-traumatic stress syndrome. The dudes that came home from Vietnam, they had it bad. It's about what you seen, what you went through. Some bounced back, some didn't. It's the same thing with prison, man. You get PTSD if you've been in there going through a whole lot of ups and downs. Some people mentally, take it in and not even trip. But some people take it to heart and they hold on to it. And for those that, hold on to it and they come home to the world, holding on to that. You got to be patient with them, man. Some people come home with certain type prejudice toward other people because of sitting in prison so many years, going to war with these other people. You know what I'm saying? You learn to build a hate. You learn to build a dislike. You learn to build a distrust. And that's something that you just can't drop. That's just something you just don't let go overnight. Like I say, you got to work the process. You got to let it out. You got to let it seep out. You know what I'm saying? Until you get to the point one day where you say, you know what, man, I ain't in prison no more, man. I ain't got to act that way, And you know they need support, man. People like that, brothers that come home and they got them type outlooks on stuff. They need your support, people. They need for you to be just as patient and slow with them as you possibly can, and let them know, hey, look, we ain't judging you. We know what you got going on, and it's all right. We ain't judging you. We know what you got going on, and it's all right. And just work with them. Because if you get to the point, man, to where they keep doing what they doing because it's all they know, and you turn around and you ridiculing them, and you ridiculing them, and you down on their head about it, they gonna look for a way out. They gonna look for a way out, y'all. And it ain't number two ways out of that. That's either they do something stupid on purpose to go back in prison where they feel they fit in with everybody else, or they just gonna run off into the sunset and you don't see them no more. So work with it, man. Work with it. I still, like I say, still today, you know what I'm saying? Certain way I move, certain way I think, certain way I look, certain way I act. And it all comes back to my experiences in prison. It all comes back to the years that I spent behind bars. And luckily, God blessed me with a woman who understands it, and she worked with me. So for you brothers out there that's going through the same thing, man, you know, I just pray. I pray, and I want you to pray that, you know, God bless you with people in your life who gonna have an understanding for what you're going through, man. But now, you know, you also yourself got to put an effort in to change it. You also yourself got to wake up one day and realize, look, I am not in prison no more. I am on the streets. I do not have to look this type of way. I do not have to act this type of way. I do not have to feel this type of way. And you have to run them reels over and over in your head until they start sinking in. When you in a crowd of people, you got to realize, ain't nobody tripping on you, homie. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing to you. Ain't nobody looking to do nothing to you. You ain't got to worry about the guard, you know what I'm saying, coming down the tier. You ain't got to worry about somebody trying to get back of you because they finna stab you. You ain't got to do that, man. Now, I know it's easier said than done. But the sooner you start working on it, the sooner it'll start changing, you know? And that's what I do. I do it all the time. I do it every day, you know? I do it all the time. When I talk to my kids on the phone, I'm better at it now, but I used to talk to them like I was in prison, you know? And they be like, huh? I'd be like, oh, I mean, you know. Then I try to straighten it out. Try to turn around and straighten it out. And it can be straightened out, but they understand. So for the people that's out there that's going through it, man, that just got out and y'all back in the free world, y'all back in society, man, it's all right. But it's also all right for you to be you. It's all right for you to be you, man. Do not stress yourself out trying to live up to other people's expectations, homie. Be who you are. You can only be who you are. You know? When you try to make yourself be somebody else so you can make other people happy, you gonna make yourself miserable. So surround yourself with people that understands who you are and gonna accept you for who you are. And you just be who you are, man. But also keep in your mind that if who you are is not what a lot of other people gonna want around them, because it ain't the society norm, then you got to also tell yourself, you know what, I got to start working on this. I got to start making myself a better person. You know? It's a place for everything. It's a time for everything. You know? That's real. That's water good, man. That water good stuff, man. I'm looking for somebody to give me a contract, a sponsorship to sponsor their water on my page. But anyway, that's what I had to say about that situation, man. For those out there that's going through it, I hope my words, I hope I was able to say something, man, that could help you. I hope I said something that could, boop, turn a little light on for those brothers that's getting out and going through that, and also for the family members that's out there having to go through it with them, having to deal with it, It's all about patience, man, and prayer. Like the Bible tell you, man, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Come together and pray about it. And I guarantee you, it's going to change. So anyway, man, that's me, your big partner, Mr. C-Tune 53. No, I'm going to leave it at that. I was going to go further, but I'm going to leave it at that, man. But anyway, man, y'all keep your head up. Let's turn the page. Peace.